Hey everybody, Jay Marino here. Welcome back. Starting a new Warcraft 3 custom campaign showcase. We return to the world of Arcane, created by Shardundra. This is the true story of Arcane. Armies gather, battle horns are heard all over the land, for war has returned worse than ever before. So when we finished the second Undead book, we learned that the different books of the different races here were actually visions of Eredon. Perhaps tainted by the Dark One? We're not so sure. So now Shar is returning and coming out with the true story. Now, it's listed as demo. It's split into acts. So my plan is I will play through the first act, which is completed, and then Act 2 is in progress here, and then when Act 2 is completed and I get the go-ahead from Shar that enough people have played it, he's gotten the feedback he's looking for, then we can return for Act 2. But the idea of the true story is, if you recall, back with the human books, the orc books, the undead books, is it was the same story told from three different perspectives, and you could change the outcome based on who you were as the protagonist and also specific player choices on each mission. Now, this is the true story, as if to say we're no longer witnessing something through Eredon. This is what is actually happening in the world of Arcane. And I take that to just mean that Shardundra has spent enough time where now he's kind of going back and he's reorganizing the older missions to fit with a lot of the newer ideas that he's had. So again, it's the true story of Arcane. So let's just go ahead and start with the prologue. Many of these missions may appear similar, but I'm expecting some pretty substantial changes over the course of Act 1. In fact, we might see the most changes in Act 1, because the first books had not really been updated with a lot of the factions and interesting, unique stuff that we saw in the second books. The beginning, the prologue, perhaps might be the same as the old one. I'm not so sure. I'm excited to return to Arcane, though. I got to get in the right mindset for it, though. It's certainly different than most Warcraft 3 projects that I've played. The continent of Arcane is in turmoil. The first Void War ended in a stalemate, and new conflicts stir on the horizon. The kingdoms of Arcane were saved by the Empire of Rodan, who had come from across the Great Sea, but the demons still managed to outsmart the humans and defeat them. The Orcs continue their raids of the human realms, while the Undead watch the mortal races from the top of the Dead Mountain. The unliving Watcher of Arcane foresaw the coming of the next war, a war that might decide the fate of the entire continent for centuries to come. The future of Arcane would be shaped by the heroes and tyrants that would soon rise and fall. The future of Arcane lies in your hands. Now, apparently there's still a lot of player choice here. King Dorton? It's the Bone Lords and Eredon? The Orcs pre-tribal dominion? That's our boy Gardon and Thanak. And there's Amari. So if you're unfamiliar with Arcane, you're not going to know what any of this stuff is. It is about time we met in person. Oh, it's the Dreadlord with the monocle. After the defeat of the humans in the Void War a few months ago, most of their lands are only lightly guarded. The Orcs of the dreaded Deathbreeze clan used this opportunity to raid the villages along the coast. Their leader Rangul is the right hand of the chieftain who has promised to make him his successor if Rangul is able to bring more riches than the other groups. While his other men attack other villages, he himself leads one of the assaults himself to prove his strength. So chronologically, this happened the earliest. That's why we're starting here. I heard that those damn orcs raid our villages while our army is still involved in skirmishes with the demons. Shame on that rabble. Indeed, we're in a bad position. Unlike us, the orcs haven't been weakened by the Void War, since they weren't part of it. I wouldn't be surprised if they managed to slip through our shore defenses and leave their islands. However, they're luckily not strong enough to be a real problem. It's almost like he's talking to us, the audience. Yeah, and as long as we are guarding the village, none of those barbarians will dare to come here. A fitting start to the true story of Arcane. Kill them all, no survivors. Take everything that could have any value. Oh no, it can't be. The orcs are here. I have to get help. Ah! Destroy the village and slaughter its inhabitants. Rangul must survive. Rangul, you've been hotkeyed? So we've got young Rangul here. New Arcane lore has been added to your quest log. It's told from the perspective of a warrior of the Deathbreeze clan. So what I used to do in the past, when I would play these missions, is I would do some stuff at the beginning of the map, and then I would save, and then I would read everything in the quest log. And it seems like there'll be more in the quest log now because there's hot lore. You could turn this off. Save your mana for now. And then I would, you know, depending on how long it took to kind of get situated at the start of a map, we could restart. But for now, let's just burn down this village, and then we can check out what's going on after that. How about that? Let's get started with some action. That's what I'm talking about. Not you. So what are these? Sea Raiders. They've got Pillage. Makes sense. It'd be interesting if that's just like the normal Deathbreeze grunt now, are the Sea Raiders. Like, it makes sense, I guess, but like we're in the past right now compared to the rest of Arcane, which is why, again, this chronologically takes place at the very start in his Mission 1. Now, I haven't decided if I want to talk about, like, the future of the story from the perspective of, like, I've already played the books. The human, the orc, and the undead books. So I know what happens in the official, but the official / not actually official timelines. Let's back up here. Take these guys out individually. What's Rangul able to get here? Eventually Hex. He's got Chain Lightning now. Brilliance Aura. Okay, you'll love to see it. So, our objective here is to just kill everything. The orcs are taking advantage of the current weakness of the humans, just like the other chieftains. The chieftain of the Deathbreeze clan has ordered his clan to acquire human riches for himself. Rangul has the opportunity to bring the chieftain as many riches as possible in order to prove that he is worthy of being his successor. Okay. Alright.
I'll look into it myself.
I think I probably will talk about spoilers from the other books. Right, and maybe we could talk a little bit about, again, what we see changing, because the true story is not going to follow what we saw in the books per se. So, like, these are going to be different compared to the original books. Like, for example, in the Orc books, the Orcs are the ones that, the Tribal Dominion, rather, are the ones that push back the Soul Eater Legion, the Green Demons. Whereas in the human book, it's Gardon or the Golden Guard, depending on who you choose. It's the humans, one way or another, who take control of the Golden Guard Fortress, right? So it's all about that, like, perspective shift. And the different books, the different races, rather, like the first and second human books were just different perspectives on a similar story, but they had differences to them, right? It's just all based on, like, what the player actions allowed them to do to put themselves and by extension the race that they were playing as, you know, into the position of power. Whereas this one, the story is simply going to be like, someone is the real winner, and we don't really know who that is yet, so I'm intrigued to see that. Let's go ahead and hit this. We don't have it. Well, we've got some shaman, but I'm going to go ahead and grab a hex. That single target's going to be really good. And you know what? Let's go ahead and get reading. We'll go and throw down our quick save. No. That's save. We want to go to quests. Three undiscovered quests. Geographical knowledge. So how long are these? These are not terribly long, so we can scroll through these. While we Orcs do not originally hail from Arcane, we call the former Pirate Islands, which were part of Arcane, our home and no longer know any other continent. Only few even remember the name of our home continent and the reasons why we left. We may not have taken Arcane yet, but its human nations feed us for our islands are not enough to keep us satisfied. The Kingdom of Tauren we are currently raiding, one of the two northernmost kingdoms of Arcane. While the Taurenites have a strong fleet, they are still an easier target than the Parians, who have a much more impressive fleet. Their lands are rich and make good prey. The nation of Juenor? We do not know much about Juenor other than that it was a nation that formerly controlled all of Arcane. That was long before our race arrived on the continent. Apparently the nation had its origin in the kingdoms of Tauren and was somehow connected to the Black Dragons and had enslaved the Gnolls. It matters little to us, the nation is long gone, and some old families in Tauren still cling to it. Interesting. Faction knowledge. While most clans already existed when we reached the continent of Arcane, our clan was among the few clans founded after our arrival on the continent. When we arrive, we perform a lightning strike attack, take what we can and leave before the humans can respond. The only way to stop us is to confront us in the open sea, and if you challenge the Deathbreeze clan to a sea fight, you better bring many good ships. I appreciate that these are interesting and concise. They're not really long. Rangul is the most trusted lieutenant of our chieftain. His abilities and dedication brought him to this point, and now he will prove that he is a worthy successor to our aging chieftain. He told us once that he dreams of a day where our race controls an entire realm of our own, rather than depending on pillage and raids to survive. I do not know if he will succeed, but his words or deeds are an inspiration for all who follow his call. Efrog is a childhood friend of Rangul and his right-hand man. He's a good man, orc, a real orc and a good fighter. He and Rangul both have children, Rangul's young son Sassergarn being just as old as Efrog's son Grofsag, who was able to become friends in life. Gotcha. These are all characters we're pretty familiar with, specifically from the second book. The second orc book. The Mayor. Dude, the Mayor's just, he's suited up and he's ready to go. You creatures will pay for that. You're gonna get hexed. Let's be using our mana here. We're just gonna keep hexing this big guy. We're gonna kill the other folks here, and we're gonna move Rangul up to the front to tank this guy, because this guy, he's got a lot of HP. That guy's really upset. Let's go ahead and just keep hexing. We'll take him down eventually. I guess he's the head executive officer of this town. He should be ready to fight, you know? Just keep ducking out here. I guess we probably should be bloodlusting now. It's fine. We can save the mana. He's done it. And a tome. Root of Restoration. Kill the children. Again, I would expect no less from Arcane. If we are somehow disallowed from killing any of the civilians, I would be shocked. So our goal now is just to kill everything here, right? So if it's blue on the minimap, it's gotta go. That's what's happening here. We also have the banner of the Deathbreeze clan, which provides no bonuses currently. Dude, get it, buddy. This guy's gonna burn down this place by himself. Keep going. Let's see if we can find any clues. I've missed you, Rangul. It's been a while since I've been able to use you. And let's get down here. So far, this mission is very similar, though the obvious difference is that the faction is different. There's a lot more tidbits in the quest log. Tidbits of info, and we've done it.
I'll look into it myself.
Our first foray back to Arcane. Alright, we've taken everything of value we could find in this village. Let's leave and be done with. Leaving so soon, Deathbreeze? Hortnog. Hortnog, what are you Goldax clan mercenaries doing here? Did some humans hire you to defend this village and you arrived too late? Don't be ridiculous, Rangul. This village paid us to leave them alone, not to defend them. Now that you've taken what little money they had left, there's no profit left here. Except what, Hortnog? I could tell you, but it has a price. I have a proposal. I will tell you where you can find more riches, and we will collect them together, and share fairly. Half for me, half for you. Why would you want to share? What's the catch? Don't toy with me, Hortnog. Alright, I'll be honest with you. The chieftain wanted us to collect our usual fee from the locals in exchange for leaving them alone. I tried to collect a bit more from the local noble. He wasn't having it and slaughtered most of my men. And now you want to get the fair share in order to make up for the losses so that your chieftain is still pleased with you. Typical Gold Axe clan logic. Do we have a deal or not? I have the information, you have the manpower. Alright, Hortnog, we have a deal. How do we get the riches of this noble if his forces could easily defeat you? He left his mansion with a large portion of his troops to go on a hunt. Only his wife and a few guards remain behind. Our forces combined should have no trouble defeating them. Very well then, Hortnog, we shall come with you. Guard the boat until I'm back. Will do. No, we should bring those guys with us. Can we really not bring our grunts?
What troubles you? Let's see if we can find any clues.
Oh no, those are different guys. Find and kill the Bandit Lord. We got Gold Seekers now who have Ensnare. Hortnog has been added to the character lore, and the Gold Axe clan has been added to the faction lore. Well, that's neat. Find and kill the Bandit Lord. The Orcs are not the only pillagers in this area. A gang of bandits has been around this area for some time, and for some reason the noble nearby has never done anything about it. Maybe a good idea to get rid of these pink skins. Not for the humans, but because they're stealing what the Orcs intend to take for themselves. And then Kingdom of Tauren, Nation of Juinor. We've got the, yes, the Gold Axe clan are somewhat of an oddity compared to the other clans. While all Orcs pillage and plunder, the Gold Axe clan is obsessed with gold. I love gold! Their leader is not the strongest warrior or the most powerful wizard. It is simply the wealthiest of the clan, though we have no clue who their current leader is. Also, unlike the other Orcs, the Gold Axe clan does not hate the humans. There's rumor that they even allow humans to hire them, either to fight against human rivals or against other clans. They are the most wealthy of the clans, and their equipment is usually better than what other clans use. Interesting. Hortnog is very young, low-ranking member of the Gold Axe clan. While some warriors of the Gold Axe clan are honorable, Hortnog cares only about two things: gold and orders from his chieftain. Everything else is of either less or of no interest to him. Okay. I think we want to make sure we're using this ensnare. And we could probably turn Bloodlust back on. So, one thing with Arcane, if you're unfamiliar, is the optional objectives are actually optional. And if you choose not to do them, you may actually get a benefit for not doing them in the future missions. So right now, we're looking for bandits. And he's not going to be this way because this is a rock wall. Okay, we'll go back this way. We're probably going to make a big circle around this map and come out that way. Let's head back up here. So this is where we're raiding a manor of a noble. And like I said, this is where I'm like, well, kind of spoilers, I guess. But I guess I won't. I'll be judicious about it. Like, we're raiding a manor of someone who's like very important in the Arcane universe. And
Tell me.
And we'll have a rippling effect as time goes on. Okay, so let's
I'll look into it myself.
Let's head up this way.
I'll look into it.
So I'm trying to think, would there be a future benefit of not killing the bandit leader? I can't imagine why. You Orcs are lucky that the kingdoms overthrew the nation of Juinor long before you first set foot in our realms. The Jouet's army would have burned you to ash. I neither know nor care what your precious Juinor is, old man. What I do know is that you are going to die here and now. Indeed. I'll wait to pick that up. Rankle getting roasted by these archers in the back. We got another one of these fancy. Well, he's not the mayor, but he's strong guy. Is what's his name actually? No, these are just gold seekers. I wasn't sure if that guy would actually be part of this group that we could use. Perhaps here's some of the bandits. Get these sea raiders in the front. The gold seekers are cool, but they're just raiders essentially, right? And they do siege damage, so not great. And they actually have less HP. They have less survivability, and they have medium armor. So typically they're going to be worse frontliners because of that. Scroll of healing, cool.
I'm glad you're here. Let's see if we can find.
And I guess let's go up this way. Because this looks like Bandit Lord, and we'll leave that rune on the ground for later. I see it's gonna like loop up and around, maybe? I'm not so sure. Okay, that's enough. I guess we could purge this, but I'm not gonna. Okay, now I'm gonna back up and get that rune. Min-maxing strikes again.
Let's see if we can find any clues.
Let's see if we can find any clues. Is this rune of lesser healing on the ground? That's the clue. All right, up here.
I'll look into it.
And then it looks like we can kind of snake up through these trees. Now, I'm just gonna... Typically, like, all the bonus objectives will give you some benefit, but the question is the short-term benefit worth the long-term benefit? Sometimes, no matter what you do, you know, is bad for you. I don't know. It depends. Let's get in there. I will go ahead and use my my scroll. Did you just see your boy use Purge? Hotkey Q, you love to see it. Rune of Healing, Rune of Mana. Everything survived, and I actually think that was a benefit for us because we came out on top in terms of healing and mana, so I guess that was good. Let's go back down here, and I'm going to guess that we're going to follow the road to get to the Manor, whereas we go through the woods to get to the... the Bandit Lord.
Let's see if we can find any clues. I'm glad you're here.
Okay,
I'll look
let's
into
go.
it myself. Let's see if we can find any clues.
It's looking like I'm correct.
Tell me.
They really want to kill this one guy here. You know what? Let him hit the shaman. I don't care. Tomes, getting Rangul some good stuff here. I guess this will carry forward years and years and years into the future.
Let's see if we can find any clues.
We probably should not tank with Rangul when we fight the actual mercenary lord. Well, let's quick save as well. And where are the Sea Raiders? I'd like them to be in the front, please.
Master?
I guess if you were really not careful, that Mayor could have killed a lot of your stuff early.
Need something?
Is this even anything back here?
Let's see if we can
This is
find
not.
any clues.
This is definitely. This is not the Bandit Lord. Okay, that's fine. So let's head back out. Unfortunately, we should have done this first, and then we could have killed these guys and gotten the double runes. But
I'll
it's
look
fine.
into it myself.
Lessons learned.
Yes, War Chief.
I'm gonna turn Bloodlust back on
me.
and
Huh?
get these Sea Raiders into the front. Onwards.
Glad you're here. I'll look into it myself. Master?
A relatively mild first mission. Again, if you're not familiar with Arcane, it gets pretty flippin' crazy wild. And I don't say that lightly. There are going to be some missions that tilt me heavily because, to put it mildly, and I legitimately mean this is the mild way to put it, there's just some bullshit that happens in some of these maps. I think Shar has in time, like over time, he's made an attempt to reduce some of that, but I also recognize that some of that is simply part of the campaign. It's very much like, hey, you're sieging a castle, and it's going to take a long time, and you're going to send a lot of guys to their deaths over and over and over again. That kind of stuff. And, some missions over others, and a lot of it just comes down to, relative map knowledge and knowing, where to go in order to accomplish side objectives or not, stuff like that. And, I'm not expecting these maps to be hugely different compared to when I play. I think they'll be different in the sense that they'll play very differently, but I'm expecting the layouts to be relatively the same. So that's where, I might be wrong with that. But again, I'm not expecting the layouts to be, massively different. I am very short on mana, so I'm hesitant to move forward into anything else. Is this the Manor right here? It is.
I'll look into it myself. Let's see if we can find any clues.
Again, we have not found the Bandit.
I'll look into
And this is just the straight-up objective here. So let's, I guess, move my army up here, and I'm going to look around a little bit, because I'd prefer to find the Bandit Lord before we engage whatever's going on here. Or maybe that's a mistake. I'm not really sure. It's clear that we're going to have to leave once this is all said and done, so...
I'll look into it myself.
Yeah, like, for example. That's the Bandit Lord? I guess let's do this first. I wanna take this on at full strength. It's because that way, like, even if we lose stuff, we could probably take out whatever's going on in there with, I don't want to say relative ease, but I suspect we'll have less of an issue with that.
I'll look into it myself. Let's see if we can find any clues.
Let's see if we can find any clues, indeed. Could be a little tricky. We'll see. Okay, let's get into it, and I think let's hex the big guy. He's level 7. He's not going to stay hexed for long, but... And he's going to bubble, because that's what the level 7 Bandit Lords in the normal game do. There he goes.
I'll look into it myself. Let's see if we can find any clues. I'll look into it myself. Direct.
Okay, there we go. Let's give him a hex. Burn him down, and we might get some units here. Pendant of Energy's good. It's fine, especially it's a good early game item. Competitors. So, I imagine, like, sometime way down the road, like in second Orc book, there's gonna be, like, oh, 30 years ago you killed my grandfather, and now I'm here for revenge. That's what it's gonna be. Because, like, the reward for that was relatively mild. But again, the fact that this takes place so far in the past makes me think that the outcome of this is not something that actually carries forward. But there's no way I can know that.
I'll look into it myself.
Okay, let's get into it with these knights. These moronic orcs have the courage to fight us, that you won't come any further. That is, you can try, but will fail in the end. You won't escape, scum. These damn humans blocked the path behind us. Stop bloodlusting, please. Hex, pretty good spell. Let's grab the Rune of Healing, and then we have to take on a Lady Stephanie.
I'll look into it myself.
What you want?
Okay, let's go.
Let's see if we can find any clues.
Give her a hex. She's only level 3. She can't stay hexed for long, but still. You again, did you not learn your lesson, green skin? Very well, my oh, that's like legit the wife. Over my dead body, that can be arranged. She is now passed away. He won't forget that. Let's duck in here. Raid the mansion. Snag this real quick.
Master?
Take what you can. The chieftain will be pleased. Rangul, look what I found inside. The servants told me that this is the daughter of the noble. She didn't even try to run away. I thought I'd better let you decide what to do with her. The daughter. That complicates matters. What's your name, girl? Vanessa, sir. Are you an orc? I'm impressed, little girl. I've seen adult humans running from the sight of an orc. You didn't even hide. Why should I try to hide? I don't really get this girl. She's strange. We should just get rid of her. Killing this child doesn't feel right. Leave her with me, Rangul. I will make sure that she and her father are reunited. There's no reason to give the humans another reason to hunt us after this. So that you can ransom her to her father and convince him that it was all just the fault of me and my men? And then maybe, for a little extra, help him get revenge for what we did here? No, Hortnock. I'm no fool. We'll take her with us. She might be useful. I can feel that she has potential. We'll raise her. The orc way. I would have shared the ransom with you. Why do you Deathbreeze grunts have to complicate things? Very well, then. As you wish. Are you sure, Rangul? I mean, she's a human. The others... I don't care. We'll take her with us, and you will carry her. Ugh, damn it. Return to the boat?
Yes, chieftain.
Gold Seeker?
Glad you're here.
Okay, so we have to go the other way. Did I get an extra unit?
What you want?
I think I got an extra unit for free.
How can I help? Yes.
I think I got an extra Sea Raider.
I'll look
Because that was like F-Frog, not F-Frog. Probably. That's what it seems like.
I'm glad you're here.
Now, keep in mind, True Story's not done. It's still in demo phases. So if Shar really wants to be a jerk, he can make something way down the road like, you killed my grandfather, the Bandit Lord, in the Tauren Bandit camp. How dare you? Here's 3 extra factions you have to fight on this map, you know? I just ask that you please don't do that. In fact, if you could reward me for my choices, I would really appreciate it. But that's where it seems like player choice... Hey, stop kicking me, damn it. Player choice is still going to be very important. You stink. The maids always said you had to bathe when you stink. I like her already, but better not take her. Tell her that your men locked her mother inside one of those houses they set on fire. Oh, I thought we just killed her outright. I guess then we dragged her inside of a house and etc., etc. Don't really need this. I guess we probably could have always backtracked for it. I think the fact that we haven't lost anything means we're going to be able to coast to the finish here pretty simply, but... Okay. Well, this is intriguing.
What you want, master?
I think these were here in the original version too, but it just goes to show that these guys were here a lot earlier. Demons, destroy these accursed monstrosities. We're just going to keep hexing this guy where possible. Let's use our mana. Demons, no match for the power of bloodlust. You can put this. What's it called? The howl. You could put this Howl of Terror on us all you want. It's not going to help. All right, do you understand? All right, let's go. Pendant of Energy, are we already helping out? Oh, I hate this. Go ahead and start using Rain of Fire like an asshole. He's not. I guess he doesn't want to Rain of Fire himself because there aren't enough targets outside of his own... I don't know.
How can I help?
Rune of Restoration's great. Let's see if we can find any clues. And we are there, unless there are now demons inside the actual area, which I suspect there are not. So let's dip out of here.
Yes.
Defend the boat. Rangul must survive. We have to get over there.
Yes, War Chief.
Humans, don't let them destroy the boat.
I'm glad you're here. Return to the earth.
I think our normal guys should be enough. We just have to kill this catapult. There we go. We lost one guy. Taurenite Captain goes down. Very nice. And we lost one guard here that we couldn't even control. That was too close for comfort. Alright, we have what we came for. Let's leave this place. Well, it was a pleasure working with you, Rangul, despite our differences. Perhaps we will meet again one day. I think I was wrong when I suspected that you would turn on us. You stuck with us to the end. I expected you to leave as soon as the mansion business was concluded. Oh, I would have put the whole blame on your clan for this, don't get me wrong. But I would have not sold you out. The noble probably doesn't have enough gold left to pay me for anything anyway. Safe travels, Rangul of the Deathbreeze clan. Hortnog. That's a very orc name, I suppose. Let's check for an interlude. I think for Arcane, I tend to do the interludes... as separate, and it looks like the interludes are marked as these ends of acts. So that's interesting. Again, so there's going to be, I would guess, like 7 to 8 acts for this whole true story thing. So for now, again, we're only playing through Act 1 and then we'll, I'll wait and see if Act 2 is finished. There are separate interludes here as well. So like this right here does not even grab every single mission from the first books of Arcane. So just to kind of give an idea of the expansiveness of this, the meaning of the word here. I was going to say this is recycling all of the original maps, and frankly, that is what it's doing, right? That has a negative connotation to it, but I like the idea of map creators who, after they finish a large project or get close to the end of a large project, they go back and they retroactively change other stuff so that it all just kind of fits as one more holistic, cohesive thing. Because when you get started with map making, what you start at the beginning is going to be very different and a lot less complex than what you're making later. And it's okay to go back and maybe update that stuff. And that's one thing I was thinking. I was playing the first human book in my spare time, like, several months ago, and I was like, this is cool, but, like, it doesn't feel like the later Arcane stuff that, like, really grabs me. So it's cool to now see that that's what this is going to be. So next mission is Act 1, Chapter 2, Hunt for Riches. That sounds perhaps like another Orc mission, but we'll see. Again, these are now presumably in chronological order. And there are a lot of missions from the first and second books that were missions that took place from... It was like the same battlefield, but from different perspectives, like the Merlin Sasragarn Navy battle, for example, and the Undead sneak in from the side. So I wonder, again, we're going to learn who the real winner of that was actually supposed to be. Like, that's what we'll find out when we get there. But I don't see anything here, even down here, that is indicating that that mission's even been implemented yet. Okay, well, that's going to be it for this. Thanks, everyone, for watching. I hope you're enjoying Arcane. If you like the channel, I hope if you want to see more, you can subscribe. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Just reminding you, I would appreciate it. It's the easiest way to help me out. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.